Hello and welcome back to Simple Learning. This is the semester 2 video series in which we are discussing the reduced syllabus for the Supreme Court chapter. One by one, we'll be doing all the chapters, so keep tuned to the channel. Please like the video and support the channel as well. So let's get started, children, as per your reduced syllabus for this year, semester 2. Now, if you see the chapter on the Supreme Court, there is a syllabus box. If you see the syllabus box, it says composition, qualification of judges, appointment, independence of judiciary from the control of executive and legislature. Now this part is cancelled. You don't need to do. Then you have the jurisdiction and functions of Supreme Court. You have original, appellate, advisory, revisory, judicial review, and court of record, and also the enforcement of fundamental rights and writs. So let's discuss page by page. Before we continue, I would really request you, if you find any value in this video, please do not forget to like the video. Thank you. Let's move on. Now, if you see the first paragraph, you do not really have to do this. It's just for reading purposes. So you can cancel this. So this entire part is cancelled. You do not need to do the need for integrated single judiciary. What you will start with is the Supreme Court composition. So in composition, now you will see the change in the latest books. The Supreme Court of India has a Chief Justice and not more than 33 other judges. Now this is one sample given, one question given in the sample paper where you have to mark correctly in the MCQ the number of judges. There they have faltered because they've given Chief Justice plus 30 other judges, but actually the latest count is Chief Justice and not more than 33 other judges. So if you get Chief Justice plus 33 other judges, please mark that according to the latest count of the Supreme Court judges. Continuing, qualifications for appointment as a judge of Supreme Court. Yes, this is important and a direct question that can be easily asked. So you will do this. Appointment of judges, you will do, because who appoints the judges and with whom does he consult? It's very important that every judge of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President of India in consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, the judges of Supreme Court, also the Council of Ministers. In case of appointment of a judge other than Chief Justice, then the Chief Justice is also taken into consideration. Appointment of ad hoc judges, you do not need to do. You will do the term of office. And here you have to note the term of office of a Supreme Court judge is until he attains the age of 65 years. This is also very important because this is a question which is often asked in MCQs, that till what age does the Supreme Court judge hold office, and that is still 65 years. Then there is a process of impeachment given here. You will do this as well. These examples you don't need to do, so you can cancel it. The seat of the Supreme Court is in New Delhi. That also you should know. Now, all these points of independence of judiciary from the control of executive and legislature are cancelled. So easily you can cancel this out. There are 9 points given here which you can cancel. So the entire part here is cancelled. You do not need to do this. And then you come to the jurisdiction and powers of Supreme Court. Yes, you have to start with the original jurisdiction. And very nicely, they have given you in red italics the meaning of original jurisdiction. Children, be prepared with 2 marks question based on what do you mean by original jurisdiction of Supreme Court, and also 3 marks question, what do you mean by original jurisdiction? Plus, you might have to give a few examples of cases which fall under the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So there are center state or interstate disputes. Also do the exceptions, I would say. Then second type of cases under original jurisdiction is protection of fundamental rights. transfer of cases from lower courts, interpretation of the constitution as well. The next one you will do is the appellate jurisdiction. Appellate means something which comes by way of appeal to the Supreme Court. So here also, please do this definition in red very nicely. And then the three types of cases under which appeals can be brought to the Supreme Court, that is constitutional cases, civil cases, and criminal cases. Read the entire part. Then we come to the functions of Supreme Court. It looks different, but actually it is same what you have already done. So do not leave this part, just read it. You will be able to answer. It's just a double recap of what you've already done. The original jurisdiction, settlement of disputes is one of their functions, right? That is what judiciary works for. So settlement of original disputes, settlement of disputes on appeals, it is a repetition of what you've already done under original and appellate jurisdiction. So nothing new and nothing to worry because you are doubly revising it. Appeals by special leave also you've already done in civil, criminal and constitutional cases. Then this is important, enforcement of fundamental rights, because if a citizen's fundamental rights are violated, he may directly move the Supreme Court for the enforcement of his fundamental rights. Now, this table is extremely important. Please mark it as important. The important writs. Now, here what they can ask you is the English meaning of the writ, because these are mostly Latin terms. So, what is the meaning of habeas corpus? It means to have the body. What is the meaning of mandamus? It means we order. These meanings you can underline and remember even for short answer or MCQs. Writ of prohibition from a superior court to a lower court to stop proceedings in a case which might be in excess of jurisdiction of lower court. So they prohibit the lower court from taking up that case. Writ of certiorari, that is to be informed of what is going on. Writ of quo warranto, that means by what order. Not only this, you have to read the entire table to understand under what circumstances the different writs are issued. Extremely important. Then comes the advisory jurisdiction, as the name suggests. The Supreme Court can advise the President of India on any question of law which the President may ask them, and here the keywords are any question of law which may be referred by the President to the Supreme Court, and even disputes arising out of pre-constitution treaties fall under the advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Now here, one thing you have to remember is that advice is not binding on the President. Then comes the revisory jurisdiction. You will do this also. The Supreme Court can revise its own judgments when they feel that an error might have crept in their judgment, in the previous judgment, then they can revise their own judgment in public interest, and also because of changing times and because of latest interpretation of some constitutional clauses, they might revise their previous judgments. This is known as revisory jurisdiction, because Supreme Court's judgments are taken as a record by other courts to follow. So that is why if they find an error has happened in their judgment previously, they might revise it. Like you revise your syllabus, in the same way they revise their own previous judgments. That comes under revisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Another part you will do is the judicial review. Now this word says review. Like when you review a movie or a book, you want to say, what was good, what was bad about it. Same way the judiciary reviews. What does it review? Now, it reviews the laws made by the central and state legislatures, union or state legislatures. And one important term here is, if they find it is against the letter and spirit of Constitution, the judiciary may declare that law made by the legislature as ultra vires or null and void. Because the judiciary knows better about the Constitution, even more than the legislature. So if they find there is an error in the lawmaking process that has happened, they may declare the law as ultra vires. So this is the power of judicial review of the Supreme Court. Need for judicial review, again you can read, because in a written constitution, some laws may not be really understood well by the people. And if the legislature falters in this lawmaking process, the judiciary may correct it by using its power of judicial review. Then comes the court of record. Very commonly, it is asked, how is the Supreme Court a court of record? Now, as the name suggests, it says that it maintains a record of its judgments. So, all these records here is a key word. They are taken as precedents or examples by lower courts to make their judgments in similar cases. If they face a similar case, they will refer immediately to the Supreme Court decision in that case, and they might try to use it as an example for solving the case if it is a similar case. So, the Supreme Court is a court of record because its judgments are taken as precedents by lower courts to make their decisions in similar cases. So, the Supreme Court also acts as a guardian of the Constitution because anything which goes against the constitution is stopped by the Supreme Court. Then you have administrative and supervisory functions. This you do not need to do. You can cancel it, children. So that is all about the chapter on Supreme Court. These terms you just need to read. You will not be asked in exam definitely, but these will help you to understand the chapter very well. So you may read these terms and always go through the chapter at a glance. It really helps you to revise the chapter quickly just before the examination. Here also, independence of judiciary according to present syllabus you are not doing. You're doing the term, qualification of judges and composition, and then you're doing the various kinds of jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Always practice these questions at the end of the chapter. They really help you to understand the chapter very well. So I will see you in my next video with the chapter of high courts and subordinate courts very soon. Please like the video if you found any value in this video, and you can comment down below how you would like more revision, what type of videos would you like, so that I can work accordingly and give you better content. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.